Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so hey guys, welcome to the Saw Kingdom. Today we're going to be doing a review of Mecha Infiltrators, or Mech Infiltrators. I keep calling them Mecha. And so we've already gone through them once. This is going to be our second go through. Pete over here piloting the composition.
Hello.
It's been a lot more contested right now. I've had some issues myself. I actually went down from D2 to D4 trying to play it. And so we're going to see how he did. We're going to analyze every turn. Today the servers are down, so after this I'm probably going to be doing another one of these, but for my own stream, and then figuring out if there's anything I could do in the different games to just maybe top four or even get first place.
Okay. Cool.
Then we're gonna get started here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So what was your first item? I'm trying to look for you. Sword. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I think it was sword. No, it was rod. No, oh no. What? Yeah, sword. Sword.
Sword, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first few turns are pretty straightforward half the time, so
Wait. Do you hear sound? Should be sound.
I think it's fine as
Um.
long as our voices are heard, which is really what I'm concerned about. But I don't really hear the audio of the game itself though.
Hmm.
That's fine.
What? The audio was recording. I don't know why it didn't.
Oh yeah, the quality of the video looks amazing though.
Hmm.
So one of the big things I'm really trying to work on are counters for this comp. I'm thinking maybe um, for like Protector Infiltrator or Cybernetic Mana Reaver, and then adding something else to it.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. So
Okay,
I
I
was
like the
playing with my
scouting.
friend James. I was just looking at my friend James. Oh, I wasn't like scouting everything.
So can you pause it?
I was just looking what he has.
So would you have done anything different here?
No, I think the double Malphite was good and with double Poppy also.
I like that, but why are you keeping that zigged?
Oh, the Ziggs. Well, he can do damage.
But if you
It's
buy Leona, you have the Vanguard energy, right?
that is true. Yes.
So I think the play was to sell Ziggs, buy Leona, put Leona in, and that's the only thing I would change here. Yeah, I like the pair. I agree.
Actually, that would have been the play to buy Leona there. 6-6. I agree. I was in a voice call with him. Exploring.
Oh my God. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We looking good. We feeling good, right?
Yeah, the game just wanted me to go make it legit.
Oh,
It's funny.
sweet. You love when you get to see that.
Yeah.
So for this thing, same thing. So does X, but other than that, this seems fine to me. Maybe pick up the
Mm,
Zaya. If you have the extra money, you're not gonna lose Econ for it. Might be able to always get like a tier 2 Zaya. You never know, like high roll. Two Zayas in your next hand. But those are like minutia things, nothing major.
okay. Sounds
Okay,
alright.
okay. Zaya likes to see that. Okay. Ooh, okay. Puppy 2, we could have had almost a Leona too. That's the Zaya I was talking about.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree. I could have got a Saya.
Okay, you're looking at the items.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this. Okay. We pause it. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with what you did, but I like that you used your items. I like that a lot. You're
Okay.
getting full value of your items as soon as possible. Now, that being
Yeah.
said, here, would you have done anything different?
Probably putting the Kai'Sa and then the tier on Kai'Sa.
Yeah, so we Zelda Sigs, both Sigs. We pick up Leona. We don't put in Malphite, we put in Leona because now Poppy's level 2 with the Vanguard buff. We put in Leona, Poppy, Kaisa. Kaisa gets the tier, and then you can probably put the sword on Leona. It's a little awkward, but you can always do it. And then, so yeah, maybe playing around with the synergies and like the units on the board and whatnot. But the core concept of how the game is supposed to be played, getting the most value out of your items and out of your units, you're going for it, and I love to see that progression. So good job, dude. You can press play here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, everybody got Poppy too now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This, I was against him.
Oh, that's your buddy.
Yeah. Kate being useless as always. My Poppy barely it just was really close to the shield, but Ziggs couldn't clutch it.
Ah, we could have won that. Had we had this different position, we could have won that, but that's fine. Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
yeah.
The game is just showering us with joy. No, actually, my bad. Go back like to the before the previous fight started.
Um, before this,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So can you pause it? Okay, after you make the Poppy, actually, I want to be able to see the gold. Okay, can you pause right here? So there were two lines of play. This is what you did, right? The
Mm-hmm.
more optimized version of what you did is what I mentioned that you could do. It was a second alternative line of play. Do you think you can see it or not? I'm not necessarily saying it's the right play. I'm saying it's an alternative. I can give you a hint by saying it's a more aggressive play.
Sell off at level 4.
Exactly. So it's an alternative. It's more of a personal choice. Econ versus Winspree. Um, I think the optimized version of this would have been fine. Um, I've been experimenting with being more aggressive or not being more aggressive because I had Poppy 2. I probably would have been more aggressive myself. But it worked out fine because you ended up with a Kaisa 2 anyways. Because the aggression, I do it because I want to be able to hit the units that I want with higher percentages earlier. But I
Mm-hmm.
actually, now that I look at it, 30%. I don't know the percentages on Lemma 4, so that might be a misplay on my part. Hit play because I want to see your next fight, and eventually I want to talk about the percentages between level 3 and 4 because I know about them 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, 8, but I've never really looked at 3 and 4.
It's 5. I know.
Mm-hmm.
This goes to 35. This is 20 to 25. And this is I think down to 60. And I think that there's no chance for
Okay, that makes sense. So
so it's
I normally would do
60.
that because then I'm trying to hit the 2 costs with higher percentages, just passively. Then you can skip
Yeah,
over
I
this
know.
fight.
Okay.
But being contested. We have a griefer on our hands.
Ooh.
That one.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
As in Annie has a Kazu, has a Kaisa.
He was probably going for the same thingy.
So when you're being
Isn't
contested, what alternatives do you have?
alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So can you pause it?
so
So you're
yeah,
definitely being contested by at least 2 people. So what are the alternatives that you have?
Or pivot out. I have Star Guardians in hand.
Yeah. So the way I see it, you have three My bad. You have three alternatives. You can pivot. You can hard commit and roll it down, or you can hard commit and hope that they get unlucky and hit nothing, and then you roll it down after them. So basically, two really. It's aggression or pivot, and then there's two different types of aggression.
Okay.
The thing is, with comps like this, where everybody has high percentages, usually the person that rolls it down first tends to win because they find all of the units first. So you get rewarded for playing really, really aggressively because you have very unlikely odds of not hitting anything. When you're playing for an expensive comp like Rebels, then you were rewarded for taking it easy and waiting for a moment if you had more money than the other guy to roll at 8. Because before, at 4-2, you could hit level 8. Let's say two players hit level 8 at 4-2. The player that rolled it down first didn't necessarily have high chances of being rewarded, while the player that rolled it down later had better chances to get rewarded because if the other guy didn't hit, which is very possible, then you had better chances to hit him because you had more money. In this meta, because it's so aggressive so early on,
Yeah.
it's very hard to contest people unless you roll it down. And so it's a lot more technical and situational from game to game. So it's something to keep in mind, and I think the meta is going to be defined around this. I think there's going to be a lot of giant slayers, a lot of red buffs. Maybe not necessarily right now, but I think that's something that's going to be developing as the patch keeps going on.
Okay. I'll just ask you, does this sound better or before?
You sound a little louder, but I can always just lower your audio.
I'm just asking if it sounds better or worse.
It sounds the same, man.
Okay. Yes. A bit loud is always good.
Okay. So you can press play here. Man, that Poppy is clutching it, man.
Caitlyn doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Man, we really missed those Leonas now.
Yeah.
That was Leona too for sure.
I bought them here because I could put them in level 5. Which I think I did, actually. I put them here now.
I like it here now. This is good. If you left them off at end, it would have been a misplay. I would have also put a sword on the Leona. Because you're going to sell her eventually.
Yeah, I didn't think that fast. I thought, oh, Vanguard, yeah. I thought Vanguard, okay, that's good. I can put Vanguard in my board. But I didn't think...
Kazakh has ulted 2 units there with no health left. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's been kind of useless.
He's been frustrating for sure.
It's like a full ball of...
So what items are we going for, huh? I don't know about you, but I like that armor, but I don't know about you.
Yeah, I like the armor on edge. But yeah, it's gone.
I don't know, man. Honestly, the armor on Jin is actually kind of insane. I think that was the only good unit in the entire carousel.
Yeah, man.
That's out of like money. Like I can't wait for the server to be live again to go test out that couple comps. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're just chilling, bro. We're just chilling.
I'm like talking to James. Yeah, this game wants me to go. Fucking this comp. So if
And
I
again,
put
my guy.
Guardian Angel, I put Guardian Angel on Kha'Zix. He's my item holder for Shaco.
So this was one small change that I realized while playing the comp today. I think IE is probably better than GA. But in this situation, I think it's fine. Can you pause it?
No, I still think Guardian Angel is important on Shaco. Because if he gets targeted, he pops like so fast.
Oh,
Like,
again, so if you know the comp and you have a personal preference for an item, I'm not gonna disagree with that. You know what you're doing at that point, and it's a personal choice. So can you go back to before this fight started?
fight started. Here.
So is there a way that you can make money in this fight?
This fight. So both Leonis put the Rumble and some more fights.
Yeah, I would sell both. Okay, one line of play is to leave it as is. Another one is to sell both Malphites, both Leonas, and you can make money. There's also a third line of play, an extremely aggressive line of play, which means you still make 1 gold because you're not missing out on the 10 gold cap. Instead of selling your units for econ, you can sell for strength. Because if you sell both Malphites and both Leonas, or both Malphites, 1 Leona and 1 Kha'Zix, you can level up to 5 and put in Rumble. Right? So there's 3 lines of play, and I don't want to just like if I think there's an argument to be said for each one of these. Hey Helenast, welcome to the stream. We're just reviewing some Mech Infiltrator. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask anything. So at this point, I think there's merit to be said for the 2 alternatives that I mentioned. Either going strong or making econ feels more efficient than leaving the board as it is right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't think of econ at this point.
And remember, for me, econ is the most important thing, so that's always just pounding on my head. Unless I have 50 gold. Elenas just mentioned that he started using the comp today, so this is gonna be good. And it's very contested right now. Maybe you have luck with it in like silver, gold, but it's kind of hard to get it. But this is a place to learn. So
yeah,
I'm happy to have it.
I don't think I was contested this game, but I need to know how to pivot better.
Man, we gotta talk about pivot. It's a whole.
This was
can you pause it?
tragic.
Can you pause it?
Yeah.
So no. Can you pause it? Let's say 2 seconds before.
A second before.
Yeah, I just want to see how many the enemy units that survived the fight. Yeah, here. So if you had leveled, you would have been able to kill them for sure, right?
Maybe.
Okay, that guy's level 5, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why he won is because he was aggressive and he leveled. So if you match his aggression, you would have won. And if you would have sold your unit, you would have made money anyways. So I feel like it's good to see the outcome and then see what could we have done different to change it into our advantage. Because this is what I wanted to look at specifically, right? Because it's fine to think about it theoretically. Then once we see the result, the proper play with using hindsight would have been this or this.
Yes, it would be.
So you can press play here.
You are correct.
So Helenas, we have another video where we go through the core component of the comp, what items you're looking for. This is more revisiting the comp and making sure that we are doing the most optimal plays possible. So Pete knows what items he's going for. He knows what unit he's going for. If you want to watch that one, you're more than welcome to. If you want to just watch this one, that's awesome.
Yeah, me and James were talking, and he said Void.
Void is another comp entirely. We can talk about that one later if you
No,
want.
no, no. This comp, Mech Infiltrator, what with Void? Put Cho'Gath in and put the third Void.
It's too expensive. When you do Cho'Gath, you want Void Brawlers. You want Cho'Gath in the front with Malphite, with Blitzcrank. You want Blitzcrank next to Vel'Koz because Blitzcrank hooks someone. Vel'Koz gets closer auto attack so he can ult faster and then melt the entire front line. So the idea of Mech Infiltrators is a very different game strategy than it is with Void Brawlers or Void in general.
Yeah, but Void is the main thing. Just you go like go for everything normal, like Mech Infiltrators, and then you can put at level 7, put in Cho'Gath, and at level 8 put
the thing is,
Void in.
It's too expensive because we're trying to 3-star a lot of units at level 6, and by the time you have your 3 stars already done, you either won the game or lost the game anyways.
Yeah.
Like I understand what you say, and I'm not trying to say it's a bad thought. It's a good theory crafting, and I like that kind of thing. But based on the efficiency that I've seen, I feel like this being like a pure mech comp is the most optimal way of playing it. You can play around with it, and if it works out for you, we can look at it and we can talk about it later.
It worked out for him. I think after this game, he got a early 2-star Shaco. He just, mech.
Well,
he said me mech. And I pivoted out, I went Stargard, and then I expected him going mech.
Okay.
He expected here that I'm going mech.
That's very chivalrous of you. Respecting each other's cause. No one does that in Halo.
We're friends. I'm not taking his comp, he's not taking my comp.
You say me mech, and they say we mech, friend. Okay, so you can press play here?
We mech. I realize that I'm not looking around as much as I like to.
Yeah, that's why, again, we're forcing a comp, right? When we're forcing a comp, we don't really care. Unless we're looking for when the person contesting us is going to roll down. Because if the person contesting us rolls down before we do, that's a problem. So we have to roll down faster. And then this guy is the other full health player. He leveled up to 5 as well, so he was going to be stronger than us. But at least we have a spree going. So we don't have an ideal 6 goal, but we'll take 2 goals, you know? Better than nothing.
I'm just complaining to my friend of my streaks.
I don't know, man. You've high rolled so many units. You've high rolled so many units. I would not be mad at all. I would be chilling.
So
why we do that? Why are we doing this? We talked about this.
Did it. Okay, let's talk about it. I have only one 2-star unit.
Okay.
And usually with one 2-star unit, I don't win this. Whatever it is that other units are, even if it has like GA or like shape with like this two does, I usually don't win it. So that's why I always go 5.
Just leave it paused.
So unless if I have a Malphite level 2, a Poppy level 2, then 2 damage dealers, maybe level 2, then I'm staying at 4, not going 5.
Okay, so do you know how infiltrators work? Like, do you know the minutiae of them, or just the average, the same things we've been playing?
They get attack speed at the start of the match, and when there's 4, they get attack speed at the start, and then every time they kill.
So my question to you is that Kai'Sa gonna jump to the back?
Is that Kai'Sa gonna what?
Is that Kai'Sa going to jump to the back? Infiltrators always jump in a line to where they're positioned, right?
She's range. She would hit that. Yeah.
So is she gonna jump to the back or not?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, yeah. So we're in agreement. He doesn't, right? So is Kozak gonna jump to the back?
Yes, he will.
Okay. So you have a Poppy, level 2, right? Poppy level 2 is a very good tank. So what I think you should have done here, instead of leveling, because you're in a loose spree, because we didn't push to 5 for power when we needed to, we want to econ as best we can, because right now, if we would have gotten 2 gold off of the PvE, we could have made money. And if we would have sold the mob fights, we could have made money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you put Leona where Poppy is, and then you put the Poppy one to the left, and you put Kha'Zix where the Rumble is positioned right now, you would have been able to clear this. Because Poppy can take a hit from both Krugs if you have the Vanguard buff, and she's level 2. And then Kha'Zix doesn't jump to the back, so he doesn't waste time jumping to the back. And because you have Leona tanking 2 units, Kha'Zix does significant amount of damage if he does isolation damage, and that Krug is going to be on its own. So there's even an option of making Kha'Zix tank Krug.
I get that. You think this was a bad play, but I lost so many times. Yeah, I'll beat this at 4, and then I lost it on the last one has like a 2 health, and then my carry didn't manage to kill him, bro.
So I guess I really want to focus on not making plays now based on what didn't work before, right? We want to look at the board as it is right now and figure out the way how we can clear it the most optimal way now without thinking about what happened in the past.
Yeah, but at this point I was thinking, yeah, there's no way I could clear it level 4.
Okay. I just want you to know that in this situation, I am confident that you would have been able to clear this at 4. And I understand
Leona instead of Malphite, and pop Kha'Zix in front of Rumble is, and pop where Malphite is.
Yes. Because Kha'Zix does isolation damage, so he would have done a significant amount of damage to that one Krug. You would have cleared it, and then they would have turned around and would have killed the next thing. You would have also sold the mob fight, and then given that sword to Kha'Zix.
I would like to test that.
Yeah, well, you can do it again, yeah, for sure. That sounds good. It's just having you experiment and try. The only way that we get better is by failing. So, are you gonna fail at Krugs? Yeah. Do I fail at Krugs? Yeah. Are we both getting better at the game and always just trying to improve? Heck yeah.
Yeah. So, I wish there's a TFT like a practice tool. So I would go now, go to Krugs, and then try that what you said.
So,
level 1 Kha'Zix with GA, Poppy with tier.
So the game is very new, right? Like they don't even have like spectating mode yet. So that would be awesome.
No.
I would love that. But until then, this is the best we got, right? So maybe they could make. I'm hoping at some point they make like a custom game mode where you can play with all those kinds of settings and then like feel for what could do what. Okay. But going back to this, you did this play? Okay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna clear it. So let's just watch it.
I am clear it.
So, Leona, come back! That's okay. That's okay.
I didn't.
I don't know. I really like Leona myself.
Yeah.
So, did you see Kha'Zix? Did you see the bursts of damage that he did?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a good amount of money here. Boom, dude! Look at that Kha'Zix damage. Oh, we got the Nikos too. We're looking good.
Yeah.
And then Kha'Zix. He didn't get to go through. He's just look at him dancing though. He's chilling. Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm like.
We partying, boys.
Mech's line. I bought the Malphite, but I just sold it right away. I didn't think about it.
That's fine.
Like, oh well.
You're making money, man. Other than that, it's fine.
So I put the rod on her.
Okay.
Reposition them. I don't think I put the sword on. Now I'm looking just on what I need
Okay.
for the next thingy.
Look at that mech. So what items are you thinking about for the next carousel?
Was looking for cloak and fist.
Yeah. You really want that QSS.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to lose so I can go more down.
So if you wanted to lose, you did not put the mech, my guy. But I disagree. I think you need to start winning because we want to preserve that health, right?
Yeah, I know, but I kind of wanted to go so I have like a
priority in carousel.
Yeah, priority in carousel. Like look, my priority is now 3. I'm third in carousel.
That's fine. We have a lot of items that are halfway done built, and preserving health, I think it's honestly underrated. Health is really important, at least from this patch. Previous patch, you rolled it all the way down. You didn't care. You got level 8. You rolled down for rebels, and you're like, GG, did I win or did I lose? So my guy, oh, that's a problem when she's not isolated.
Chomp.
Man, at least your Fizz ulted. Mine never ults.
I was like, come on, clutch it rather than. Oh, that's full health mod.
So you have 2 options in the next round, right? So can you pause it?
Yes.
So you can level or you can roll, right?
I'm leveling as we speak.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna call like a pivotal moment, right? Like this is the kind of decision that's gonna either win you or lose you the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going for 6, so I can at 6 I can roll it down, so I can get my everything.
So you get better percentages with your levels, is what I think you're trying to say, right? Okay. I agree. Makes sense to me. If you're trying to lose, it's a good way of doing it.
Would you have done anything different? Would you have rolled it?
Honestly, no. We haven't hit anything, but we're gonna have 35% chance to hit 2 costs at level 6. So I'm still comfortable rolling at 6. It's only 1 turn because we're only 2 EXP away from 6, and we already have the mech, man. We're already online, like.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, me mech.
Hey man, sometimes you're just there, and I'm like, I need y'all to respect this call because I just hit the fizz, man. It's 5%, but it's my 5%.
My 5%. Yeah, that Blitzcrank came in clutch for him. The Blitzcrank pulled my mech.
They're minimizing the loss. It's the best you can hope for. Look at that Lucian, though.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for the loss so I can get down, so I can get better prio.
Okay, that's good. Or at least I like the rationale.
And I got second prio.
Nice.
Oh, no. Yeah, same prio. So I was looking for the cloak, the fist. That was gone. So I went for the cloak. I got it.
Okay. Was there any other thing that you were looking at if you didn't get that cloak?
Belt.
The belt. Yeah, it's an expensive belt. That was 4 gold. Would have been Morello pretty early too.
I was looking at Infinity Edge, but that's not mine.
That one's a little.
That's not my main concern.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
No, I'm looking QSS. That's the main concern.
And then, damn, we hit 6. Wait, and I'm like, can you pause it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's,
okay. You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah, shouldn't have gone to the Kazakhs too.
Yeah, because like just sell the Kazakhs and give the like hold the GA
Because
until
I'm
you hit
selling
Checo.
anyway.
Yeah, it's like that way you can have the Kazakhs too without the GA, and then just hold the GA for Checo because you're very close because you're level 6, so you're gonna be rolling for him. The other thing is, I see that you have the Negatrons on Fizz, so I understand the rationale of thinking that he's the most expensive unit. Let's give him the items.
No, it's
No?
gonna rumble.
Oh, it's gonna rumble. Okay, okay. Why is it going to rumble?
Because he's most likely to be 3-star, and
Okay.
I already started 3-star him.
Hey, I like this.
Because I have him, almost have him too.
Okay. It's it. Yeah, you're definitely a lot more comfortable with the comp than you were the first time around.
Yeah.
Oh, we hit the Lux. Oh, we're so strong.
Yeah, we are a bit low on gold, but we are strong.
So can you pause it? Oh, wait. I want to see if you do what I would do here, or what I think is the optimal play. Okay, so can you pause it? Would you have done anything different in this turn?
Anything different this turn? Not that I could think of. Maybe any level 2, but that would be a waste of Nikos.
Yeah, that would be a waste of Nikos, at least right now. So remember,
putting the second Kais instead of a Lux, maybe?
No, I like the Lux because the Lux gives the Mech Sword, and you don't have a Shaco yet, so it's better one thing than nothing. At this point, it's almost like a pet peeve, right? But if I see items on the bench that are not being used, I feel there's something that would be.
Items, okay.
So I would give the tier to the Lux just because we're gonna sell her eventually because she's not core to the comp and she's not priority, and we want to get the most out of this fight as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I could have put it on the Lux.
Cool. You can press play. Look at that Mech. Look at that Mech though. Smack. Smackety smack.
I thought you wanted to complain about my econ.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. So pause it. Actually, you brought it up. I was gonna bring it up. So, do you think that was correct, incorrect, and why?
What was correct, incorrect?
Like you went under 50 gold. You could have locked it and taken units later, or you could have let them go. But you decided to buy and go under 50 gold. Right? So if you thought I was going to complain about it or criticize it, I want to know what was your train of thought for what you thought I was going to think that was a bad play.
No, so you was you maybe would have said sell something so I can get 50 gold. That was my train of thought.
Okay. So normally I would say yes, but everything that you have on the board and on your bench is part of your core comp, and you hit 2 units that you need in your comp, and you want to get strong. So the best case scenario would be to sell Lux, but you would only have been at 49, and because you would have been weaker, you probably wouldn't have won the next fight. So you might as well put the Lux in and give her the tier, so you start losing less health. Because I'm also now concerned about your health. So it's a weird balance between your money, your health, and your units. So I actually think that was very proper. I might be wrong because again, I'm Diamond, I'm not Challenger. But to me, that was the appropriate play, and that's what I would have done.
Okay.
Okay, so you can press play here, and now you can boast a little. You're also plat yourself.
I am, yeah. Rumble can clutch it. Let me know damage.
Yeah, that's what. Yep, that's the goal. If we can't win it, oh my god, go. Man, this is looking good. I think at this point you could scout a little bit, and then we talked about the sword. That it should be on chair. What are we doing? What happened here?
I was looking for that and putting GA on Shaco.
Okay, but you rolled one time that I don't think you needed to roll. But if you sell the Lux, you won't get punished. But I hope you sell the Lux here.
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
I'm not sure, but I think I did.
Oh my god, I love it when you smack a unit that's in the air and they don't get their ult off. It's so satisfying.
Yeah. Smack.
Look at that Annie just hop, skip, jump. Okay, Lux, you can't stay with us, man. We appreciate your service to the company, but you need to dip. Can she do it? Oh no, okay. And yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love to see it. Good job. Man, all these vibes. Ooh, there we go. So this PvE, we generally win it. No rush, no fuss. We're just looking for the items that we'll get here. We really want that Morelos. We really want that QSS. We're looking for that Seraphs, that IE or BT. Wait. Oh! Okay, that double.
Yeah,
Okay.
I put Seraphs on thingy.
Actually, I just remembered what the item for that armor is going to be. What are you going to make with that armor? Or ideally, you know.
With that armor?
Hmm.
Titans.
Patent resolve, yeah. Oh my goodness. It's 10%, ladies and gentlemen. 10%, but he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
I feel you got greedy with that final roll, but you hit the unit, so it's fine.
Yeah, I went greedy. I love to do that.
Okay, that ideally we work on that, but if you get rewarded, it's fine. Like I'm not gonna disagree with. Oh my goodness.
I got rewarded for playing like an idiot.
No, it's not like an idiot, man. Like you're doing it on purpose, right? You have a game plan. That's the most important thing. Like people that play bad in my eyes are people who are just randomly pressing buttons and just hoping that things happen.
Yeah, my friend wasn't doing good. He's just losing health.
Oh no. Oh yes, let's go. So strong. So the thing is, because this is a second session on the comp, and I believe you've played it a couple times, you're looking comfortable, man. You look like you know what you're doing. You look like you know what you're going for. I don't really think there's much else I can give you feedback on. Yes, little things here and there in the beginning maybe, but once you hit that mid game, you look confident and in control of the situation.
Yeah.
So there is a line of play where you use the Nico on the Fizz to get strength, but that's debatable because you're trying to hit all those level 3s. And so it either go for strength or go for 3s, and that's more of a personal preference in my opinion.
I think I used that Nico for to 3-star Shaker.
Okay, yeah, and I've seen a lot of that, so I'm not... Honestly, at this point, I can tell which one of the two is the proper play. Oh my...
Yeah.
Ooh, we cooking with gas, boys.
I was like hitting everything.
Okay,
this
so
point.
about the Kazakhs. We're rolling it down here a little bit. Oh. Okay. Wait. Do you saw the Lux? Oh, why are you still rolling? No, stop.
No, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
I went to 40 gold.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I wanted to go to 40.
So why did you want to go there? Okay. If that was a conscious choice, then that's fine.
That was a conscious choice, yeah.
Okay. I personally would have just sold the Lux.
Because I thought that mech didn't want anything. I was disappointed about that. But I thought I got so lucky with the first time I rolled down. Like, okay, I can get lucky again.
My guy, you can't go to a casino. You win one time, all in, just all of it. Let's go again.
So I was looking at that gauntlet, but that's free gauntlet.
So the only thing I feel like I can really tell you to work on is something that we haven't really talked about, and I would say it's a little bit more advanced than just the fundamentals. But outside of scouting to see who's contesting you, you can also scout for positioning and see where the enemy carries are in order to position.
I do that once, like maybe 5 or 6 of us left. Once when the 2 or 3 die, I at that point I go scouting in for positioning to position my
Okay,
infiltrators.
you can do that at all times, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be more rewarding to do it then.
Yeah.
So in here, we saw the Aurelia, we made the Murillo, party, gas.
Morello, no.
Yeah, man. Looking strong. I'm assuming you're gonna roll here soon. At least once.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah. I stop.
So at this point, I don't think we've ever really talked about the key bindings, or I think we talked about it like off stream for a little bit. But pressing D makes a refresh or a roll. Pressing F is a level, and pressing E on a unit on the bench or on the board lets you sell it.
I don't know if you realize that I didn't press refresh once.
I didn't see it, but I think that's what kind of just reminded me of it, and I kind of just wanted to bring it up because like that's another thing.
I'm not pressing refresh.
Nice, man, nice. And it helps when you have to like roll down 50 gold. Oh, man, this feels so good to watch. I really hope if you don't win. Wait, you didn't need to sell it?
I didn't need to sell it? What?
No, because you were at 49, right? So if you win the next fight, you don't need to sell her.
Oh, yeah. True. I could have waited for with that, but I just... Okay, 50 gold. Bye-bye.
And that's fine. Again, that's more of a personal choice. I just more often than not, what I see the other like the bigger professional streamers do.
Yeah, I know. I should have waited for that. If I win or lose, I should have waited. I know.
Yeah.
The mistake.
Well, if you know, that's man. We need that QSS and we need that mech to be tanky now.
Yeah.
The problem is like when the mech dies without pressing R, the fight actually has become kind of a pega. And
exactly useless.
So that's why I'm really thinking about doing mana reverse to try to counter them. I'm thinking about either going mana reverse or denying them units and taking their Kaisers myself. Oh, 10%. We make it look easy. You know how it is.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the options. There's one option because that mech looking kinda sad without the QSS.
Yeah.
I think I got the fist here in this.
I think you lost that fight not because you didn't have QSS, but because you didn't have Titan's Resolve. Titan's Resolve is a very, very strong item on him. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna get you through the late game.
Yeah, and then I made the Titans.
Or into the late game. Make the Titans right here. We have an awkward second Morello.
Yeah, I thought I could. It's funny. I thought I could make both Morellos and Kaiser. I put them on and it just popped off and bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, no.
Yeah, you
learning every day. I guess it's one of those. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm now looking for a rumble.
Man, the game rewards you for being greedy. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I wouldn't have done that, but the game rewards you for it, so what can I say about it? Maybe that's what I need to do. Be more greedy, be more aggressive. Look at that Sterax, 40-something stats. He would have died without the Sterax. I mean, not Sterax. I don't know why I keep calling that Sterax when Sterax is like attack speed and bow and 9 spell.
Like die, kill, fire.
Nice. So, do you know what Rumble's ultimate does?
He sets everything on fire. A cold shit thingy.
Anything else?
Reduces healing probably.
Yeah, that reduces healing, which is really big in that fight because I believe Aurelia had a BT, and if she got to use the BT, she would have been significantly stronger. Okay, so now we're trying to figure out what to do with these items because we're not gonna.
Yeah, I was going real.
Gotcha.
I put in trick. Fuck.
Okay, wait. Okay.
I know it doesn't do anything, but I just.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything, right? But on top
Yeah.
of that, there's another unit on the board that would have been would have used it better. And
Annie?
that I think
Fizz?
Annie could have used it better because she has an AoE fire, right?
Okay, and next time I don't make that mistake,
Mhm.
next time I have a Morello left over, I'll put it in it.
No, that's not the thing. I'm telling you what the options are. I'm not saying Annie's the best play. I want us to go through what the options are, right? Then we have Fizz, right? Because he has a giant circle that jumps up, and everything touched by that is going to get Morello'd, right?
Ooh.
But then we also have
Fizz is
Kha'Zix,
good.
right? We have this Kha'Zix that's a little awkward there, and you're thinking, but why is he talking about Kha'Zix when Kha'Zix has a single target unit that applies Morello? The thing is, Morello is really good on Echo, and the idea here is to sell Kha'Zix and eventually put Echo in. So there's also a line of play where we put the Morello on Kha'Zix for the health, and as soon as we get an Echo, we sell him and we put in Echo with Morello. For that line of play,
So that sounds good in theory, but I was not thinking Echo at this point because Echo is quite late. Like I'm still level 6. I don't even have a 1% chance of getting him.
yeah.
So I
So
was like, yeah, I'm not getting Echo.
So for that, right, because we're looking at the options round, because we have hindsight and because we have no stress or pressure, but there's a line of play, and at this point we feel strong, right? We're only missing 2 Shakos, and at level 7, 35% goes to 40%, so we have a better percent chance to hit Shako. We could just say it's okay, we won't.
But I'm still looking for Kaisers. I need 3 more Kaisers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, I guess, challenge your rationale, because we talked about last time about playing it one way. That's not the only way to play the comp, and I want you to have the options, and you made that choice, because you can stay at 6 looking for Kaisa, or if you feel strong enough right now and you don't feel like you're gonna need her eventually, you could just level to 7 and then level to 8 as fast as possible, so you have your comp online, because you have your Rumble level 3 already. Shaco's almost 3. You already have 2 Kaisers.
Okay, so if that argument is alright, I would have leveled to 7 at some point here, maybe after this next round, if I didn't have two level 2 Kaisers already.
Okay.
If I had done level 2 Kaiser and 1 Kaiser, and then the Shaco looking fine as hell like his, I would level to 7.
Okay. So the other thing is, I've actually had this weird experience where I do hit a good amount of 2 cost at level 7, even though I have a lower chance. So just because you're 7 doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. And
it does mean.
Okay. Yeah. Percentage-wise, yes. But the thing is, percentage-wise doesn't mean 100%, right? You were not supposed to hit that phase at 5%, but you hit it anyways. So
the 1 cost of 20%, the 3 cost of 35, I have 2 1 cost and 1 3 cost.
Yeah. So we want to focus. We want to focus
Because
on percentages, but we don't want that to be the only thing that guides us. And I'm not saying one route is better than the other. I'm just saying these are the 2 alternatives I see right now. And whichever way you want to play it, I personally would be okay with, because one's more aggressive in levels and one is more aggressive on 3 stars. Whichever you want to go with, that's a personal choice. As long as you're aware of the decision that you're making and why you're making it.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool.
But usually, from the start level 6, I just let it go to 7. Like, normally, I'm just rolling it for 3-star units.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, I don't want you to essentially turn your brain off and go, okay, I'm 6, so I'm just going to roll, and not think about the situation I am, like, in the present.
I mean, it's a good strategy. A level 3 Kaiser can change the world.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Again, I think they're both strong strategies. I think it depends on the lobby that you're in, whether you're being contested, whether you're not being contested, whether you're being countered by a different comp, and whether the people, even if the people know what the counter to this is, because I think people are still struggling to find the counter to mech. But the second mech gets a counter, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be playing it. So it's just things to keep in mind, so we don't just do things automatically, kind of thing. But that being said, that's good.
Okay.
So you can press play here.
Okay. And just bottle
Check out the looks. All right.
Yeah, it's level the unit that goes when we're level 7. So
So to be honest, I'm seeing how you're managing the econ. I'm seeing how you're managing most of the units. So I think you
yeah,
basically have your fundament.
I'm the one killing my friend here.
No, it's your own buddy, man. How you gonna do that to him?
Yeah.
Well, goodbye, friendo. Send him my way. I'll help him out. So,
He's
hmm?
he's still gold 1, I think. So I misclicked. I leveled. Didn't
Okay.
want to.
But
And
we still
shit.
get it, boys.
Yeah. I was so lucky this game.
So,
Got so lucky with the shakers, with the greedy rolls.
what I did want to say is though, overall, your econ seems pretty good. Some minor things here and there in the early game, but I think it's just more stuff that I picked up as I played the game for longer. I would honestly say your fundamentals are pretty spot on. The only thing I think you need to like work on, and that's more of a time thing, are more the meta comps and like figuring out how they work, the positioning, and just meta in general. But other than that, you're looking really good. You hit platinum on your own. That's a really good thing to be proud of.
Mhm.
So most of these videos, if we do more, it's probably going to be talking about the meta comps themselves because I think you're playing pretty comfortably, as if you feel comfortable playing the game itself.
So I was looking at that Titan's result.
Hey,
I thought that would be gone because it's
that's a 5 cost, man.
5-star, yeah, 5 cost. Then I'm looking. Oh, GA. Oh no, that's gone. And I think I got gone Z0 and I put it on Kazakhs.
Hey, okay. So I like the CC route play, but why do we put it on
On a
Kazakhs?
different unit.
Yeah.
I might have. I could have put it on the mech. No, I put it on the Kazakhs because that more health, more attack speed, and it gets a extra unit once Kazakhs die.
So can you pause it? Oh, pause it when it goes back to your screen actually. Yeah. Oh, you're scouting. I like that though. So did you level here?
Would I level here?
No. Did you level?
Or did I? I don't think I did.
Okay. So I think here the play was to level.
What's it now? Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you're 57 gold, 4 gold, gets you level 7. You can put Lux in, and it makes it so the mech has the sorcerer buff, so that when he smacks the ground, it does 20% more damage.
Smack.
So
Yeah, that would have been that might have been the play. Yeah.
So do you know how CZ Route Portal works?
As far as I know, when a level 1 cost, a 1 unit dies, it spawns it spawns a 1000 health dude. Is Zero. Level 2 level 2 spawns a 2k and level 3 3k.
Okay. So do you know the interaction between CZ Rot and GA?
Does it? I don't know. Never had them together.
So
Does
if
it
you
spawn?
hadn't, yeah,
Does it spawn a ZZ Rot when GA pops?
I believe so. So if you hadn't put the Morello on Shaco, you would have had the CZ Rot, and then giving him a CZ Rot would have given you 2 fat boys with 3,000 health each.
But again, I would love to test this, but
no. And again,
but I don't think that's how that works. But okay.
And again, these are more of the hidden mechanics kind of thing that you're either gonna learn while you're experimenting with the game, you're watching somebody else play the game and figure it out because they're abusing the mechanics, like the micro mechanics, or somebody else told you. Other than that, the game is not user friendly enough for you to know all of these smaller mechanics. Because I remember not from this set, but when and on set 2, when the unit had GA and they died, it would trigger a Yorick ghoul, and then when they died again, you would get another ghoul. So whenever someone was playing Summoner and they had Yorick, they would always buy GA to get more ghouls on the board.
That sounds like a bug, honestly.
No, it's I understand why you would feel that way, but it's just a mechanic in the game that you're only going to know if you play the game. It's like selling after carousel. Yeah, it's like it was like selling after carousel. Like you could say it was a bug, but it was a hidden mechanic that was never explicitly mentioned. But if you saw anybody in Halo playing, everybody was doing it.
Yes.
Okay. So with that being said, you can press play here. Who knows, man? Soon you might just pass me, and I'd be like, "Yo, teach me how to do it."
So at this point, he was talking about Void. That's why I was looking at Void here.
Yeah. Smackety smack back.
Look like mod shit. I don't know what he was doing with the mod. What is his double locket?
I don't know, man.
Is it something good to put in here? I don't think so.
If you had him level 3-star, locket scales off of the level of your unit, so there is an argument to be said for that. But as it stands, probably not.
I think I leveled here. Not sure. No, I rolled it.
Annie?
Yeah, that Annie not looking healthy.
Wait,
I was rolling for Kais at this point.
So why is this a really bad play specifically?
Because we are about to hit PvE.
Exactly. Okay, if you know, that's fine. I'm not gonna harp you on that. Wow, that cloak hit nothing. He might as well have no item.
Yeah, true.
Look at that Shaco, man. Look at that Shaco go. Bam. Bam. Awkward. He's just walking now. He just walked for half the fight and then started doing the worm.
Yes, so I didn't level on it until put in the blocks. I was like, game blank, really? I don't need him. I need this watch. Give me.
So who are we thinking about giving the Winsus to?
Wait, play. I don't know who put it on. I don't think anybody has really good use for it. Maybe Kha'Zix.
Okay, you kind of AFK'd here a little bit. What happened?
I was AFK. I was just all tab.
Oh, okay.
And I think I was looking at who can use the originally.
I would have just sold to Annie here. You're never gonna hit Annie at this point, and you would have just won.
Yeah, you're right. I could have.
Okay, so I just want to see who you put the Gwinsus on.
I actually don't know who I put it on. I can't remember.
So you're rolling here. What are
that Kais is so close to 3, man.
You're missing 2, man. The power spike that you're gonna get with putting a Misfortune or a Tail, I think it's significantly stronger than. So you decided to not put the Winsus on no one. That was your answer.
What?
Your answer was to put Winsus on no one.
Yeah, because I didn't know who to put it on.
Okay, I think Kais is the best one here because you're going into the carousel, so you can pick up a better item. You can choose an item for the mech, and Kaisa already does AP, and she's an assassin, so she likes to attack fast.
Gimme Kaisa.
So if you see a glove on carousel, would you go for it?
100%.
Okay. I don't necessarily think that's the play, but
yeah, not for USS, but for Infinity against Shaco.
Okay. Also, at this point, we look at the health totals, man, and you're just destroying everybody. Like, you're econing, and everybody's there, like, dying over there. Like, please, just don't kill me. You're like, wait, I'll be online in a little bit. Well, they're all just leaving the party.
Yeah. at this point, I'm like, I'm not gonna get QSS, so if I get confident, might as well go for the Ali on Shaco.
Right above Wukong, man. Feels a little weird, but okay, man. You know best. See, we got that Kale though. No, we let the Kale go. Wait, why are we picking up with this Fizz?
Kale? What?
Kale gives you Valkyrie with Kaisa.
I'm like, let's pick him up. I'll sell him anyway at some point.
Man, you're like your units. You're like the fam to the units. Like, you're part of my group. Yeah, I'll pick you up. I'll take you later, but I'll pick you up. You can join the crew for a little bit.
Yeah. So I rolled down again to 40. This guy did good. He put his Mordecai's in the back, so let me rewind here. So
poor guy's level 9. He's trying his heart out, and you're over here just, let me just roll a little bit at level 7,
Right, okay, everybody's in. So he put his Mordecai's in the back. I think that was a good play. So my infiltrators jump on him instead of his thingies because the Mordecai's was here for front, remember?
Yeah, so if we look at this board, right, is there anything that you theoretically could have done better?
Well, I could have done better. Reposition, but I didn't look.
Okay. If you know scout, reposition, that's fine.
Yeah, if I would have scouted, then reposition. But
again, sometimes even I know the plays I'm supposed to do, and I just don't do them, whether I'm lazy or not focused or for whatever the reason. As long as I know that I'm fine. Because that's really what I'm trying to do here, right? Help you out figuring out what you need to do. But if you know what you need to do, then it's fine.
He's level 9. He repositioned, and he still lost.
Man.
And this dude fought my clone and I won.
And that's it. Okay. Yeah. And we never used the Gwynsus, man. What a BM.
Because I didn't know what to put it on.
At that point, put it on anybody. Okay, we get the highlight. Boom. Congrats on Plat 4, baby. That's it.